So, as many of you know, the Suzuki Swift Sport is one of the most economical road cars slash track cars slash sports mini hatch cars, if you want to class it as that. That's on the market at the moment. This one has done about 130 miles, 1,000 miles. You can see it comes with an empty Macca's cup, loads of rubbish in there. It's my daily. But it's the most economical daily I've ever had. Now, I used to have one of the older Swifts. I think it was a 2006, but a 1.3. And it was good, but it wasn't fast enough for the motorway. The 1.6 just does everything that I need, and it's economical, if I haven't already said that. So, we're gonna get it serviced. Let's do it. Okay, so what we have a 1.6 16 valve flat 4 engine on the Suzuki. It's not the cleanest engine bay, but it goes and it runs. It just needs servicing. Underneath, you really do not want to see underneath. You don't want to see underneath. Like, literally, I've got a rocker cover for it, but I'm not advanced enough to do a rocker cover yet. So garage is doing it for us. But I'll just take you underneath the car. You can have a look. Nasty. Well, that's a sump plug. I nearly pulled out the gearbox plug, but everything's accessible, so I'm going to jack it up right now, and then I'm going to see how it goes. I think my face is stuck into the side. Ooh. Okay, so now the car's up. Okay, let's drop the oil. Cool, undo this. And let's get that sump plug undone. So now the car is jacked up, what we want to do is get this sump plug undone. Now it's covered in gank. You can see it's just actually covered in gank. I don't know, but it's covered in gank. We need to get it off. So we've got our bucket here, and I'm just going to measure what it is. I think, let's have a guess, I think it's going to be 14. Oh, I don't know actually. Maybe 17. Let's try 17. Oh, perfect. Look at that, perfect. There's a bit of movement in there. Let's just try a 16 just for good measure. Why is there not a 16mm in this? I think it's a 17. I'm sure it's a 17. It's not a 15. I think it's 16 over 2. I think it's a 17mm. We'll happily go for 17mm. So, what's it? Left loose, right tight. Now, you are supposed to replace the gasket with a new one. This isn't any other car channel, it's just Biggiejdm. So, literally, what you see is what you get. So we're just going to undo this and then get this oil out. One second, left loose, right tight. Yeah. Oh, 1 second. As soon as this comes in, it's going to pee out. I have to go fish fishing for it. So let's go. Oh. Oh, God's sake. Sump plug. Right, let's do a time lapse. Just a few facts about the Suzuki Swift Sport. It's 125 brake horsepower, which isn't the fastest car I've ever owned, but it's actually very nippy. Like, it's 109 pound-foot torque, it was at 4,800 RPM, and in my opinion, a great entry-level Jap car. Who are you? Who is that, Kiddie? Kiddie, what? Right, now this is done. We're just gonna snap that oil filter. Hopefully we can start putting a new oil in. Let's go. So for those servicing the car for the first time, it's recommended that you use the correct oil filter for the model of car. When removing the oil filter, turn it in an anti-clockwise motion. It's also recommended just putting a tab of oil around the rim of the new oil filter before applying. So, right, so that's it. Oil and the filter's done. Let's start filling it back up with oil. Start with about 3 litres and then go from there, yeah? I haven't got a funnel, so I'm just doing it all by eye. Yeah, sorry, that's how it is. Let's go. The recommended engine oil volume for this car is 3.7 litres, so you have to be careful not to overfill it. I've gone with 1040 weight, which is a thicker oil, considering the miles that it's done. Right, so have a look, let it settle for a bit. Oh, we're nearly there, just a few more knots and I think we should be cool. Right, I think that should be it. Yeah, that's it, that's about right. Okay, put that oil back on and then that's done. So for the plugs, I'm gonna need an extension, long socket, get to all these tops. So plugs should be underneath here. And I'm guessing this just pulls off somehow. But bolts underneath there, bolt. This comes off there, bolt. Airbox here, we're gonna change that in a minute, bolt there. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for this one. Okay, let's go. Removing the bolts to the engine covers and air intake isn't the hardest job in the world. However, sometimes those bolts get really rusty, so you have to be careful that they don't snap. Just take it easy when removing those bolts. Once remove the engine cover, it exposes the coils. What you have to do is just remove them slowly, don't yank them, because what you don't want them to split or to break. On this Swift I'm using platinum tip plugs, but when putting the plugs back into the engine, tighten them by hand using the extension so they catch the thread. What you don't want to do is cross the thread and therefore cause issues with the engine. On the topic of crossing threads, try to put the engine bolts back in the same holes you took them out of. As you can see, I'm doing a like for like swap on the air filter as I'm not using it for performance use. If you do intend on using it for performance or track use, maybe consider upgrading to a K&N panel filter, and performance panel filter, or an induction kit. Check it out. Have you seen those spark plugs though? Oh my lord, look at the spark plugs. The ends of those are black as the ace of spades. Look at that. Nasty. No wonder why she's spitting. So hopefully that's it, it's all back together again. I'm just going to check the oil one last time and then start her up, see how she goes. Right, I better move that. Right, let's go. Hey, so now we are going to start her up. Hopefully, whoa, what would have done? Hopefully she starts up first time. Let me just check the oil one more time. Right, we don't do fingers crossed, we say Lord please help us. Let me make it work. Right, let's start her up. Okay, sounds a lot better. Let me just check the oil again. Alright, okay, cool. Let's just start. So that means plugs are alright. Let's do a final oil check and take her around the block. Let's go. Okay, so it seems like she's started, she's running, there's enough oil in it. I'm going to check it once she's settled properly in the morning. But yeah, let's go for a little drive. Like, I've needed to do this for ages. It's been on my mind for so long. But yeah, let's go for a little drive. Like, instantly responsive. Very good, very responsive. Obviously it's not my scuba, but you can tell she's full of beans now. She's absolutely full of beans now, that's what we want. Job well done. Catch me on the next video. I don't know when I'm doing more Swift stuff, but if I get a lot of likes or if I get a lot of interest, then yeah, we'll do some more Swift stuff. Like, I don't think I could ever get rid of this car. It's a great daily. You know, people say, why don't you get something nice? This is all right for me. It's all right, you know. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Just look after it, yeah? Right, that's me. My time. If you can't be good, be careful. Drive safe on the road. Catch me in the next video. Later.